This will be Wagner number 4, and it will be in the music folder. Now, this is now the fourth opera that Wagner wrote. It's called Der Fliegende Holländer, which means the Flying Dutchman. Now, we'll tell you more about it later because this one is particularly interesting. But before we get into this opera particularly, which he wrote himself, and it has a very interesting theme about someone who has nowhere to go because no one accepts him in any land, so he's in the ocean all the time. But anyway, before we get to that, there's one thing that Wagner does. Now, some others have done this before him, but not as well or as much as he did. It's called the leitmotif. Now, that doesn't mean unheavy or full of light. What it means is a motive by notes in the orchestra, or chords and notes. Now, what that means is that, let's say, there is a certain character on stage, and every time that character arrives on stage, you have a certain musical theme and chords that represent him. So every time that one comes on stage, that same sound will occur. So you always know who it is and what his past was like, what his character is like, and so forth. Or it could be an idea. Let's say it's the idea about how gold, when it's stolen from where it belongs, corrupts mankind. Okay? There's a theme for the gold. That's not about a person, it's about a substance and an idea. So this idea about the gold being stolen from where it belongs and corrupting mankind, you will hear that theme or chords and so forth. Now, all at other times with these leitmotifs, he will change the sound of it also to show you that something has changed about the character or idea itself also. So, and it goes through many of his operas, especially the 4 operas that are called the Ring Cycle, which I won't explain. But those who did it before started it before him, but Wagner did it more than any other composer, and he did it in such a way that always gave you an idea of what was happening, not only on stage, but in the mind of the person on stage, or in the mind of the composer who wrote it. So it's almost like psychological analysis before Sigmund Freud and before Carl Jung.